Now we just got to get the Instagram up on a Monday. Here go Instagram going up. And we are live. Hello, hello, hello. It's your boy, the Beast One. Welcome to another episode of Dad Mentality Podcast. We are here a little bit earlier today because, of course, this Commanders game come on at 8:15. We're going to make sure we watch that, and we're going to have a great time. But today I got a very, very special guest, my very young son, Airmen Glover, RJ, my firstborn, gonna come out here and give us his perspective of what it is to be adulting now. So we're gonna have a good conversation with him about that, and y'all know what it is. It's dad mentality.
What is that's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, I get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I'll be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Sometimes we gotta fix our mental. Or maybe it's not meant to be a dad, a father, that's what men do. I made a promise to my kids, that's what I do. I just want them to do things better than I do. Or better yet, better things that I did. What is that's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, I get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I'll be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Welcome to the show, shout out to the coach. And Matty Ice, Ice Cold Crypto. And each one, teach one. That's mentality, we just try to reach one. What is, that's mentality.
There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Dad Mentality Podcast. It's your boy, the Beast One. We had another great episode here for y'all today. I'm so excited for several different reasons, but I'm going to go ahead and give this man his credit because I'm super excited that he has come back and joined us again. He's been out for a little while, getting that grind on, getting that work on, but people have been asking about him, and he's here today. Y'all know him as the diversified hustler. Y'all know him as the ice cream man. Y'all know him as wealthy and blessed. It's our boy, Matty Ice Cold Crypto. What's going on, Matty Ice? How you doing,
What's
sir?
good? What's good, man? Happy to be back, man. You know what I mean? Been a minute, man. Missed y'all fellas, man. Good to be back on this Monday. This good football Monday, man. Blackout Monday, man. You see we represent, so feeling good tonight.
Heard, for sure. People definitely been asking Matty Ice. They've been wondering what the hell to do with this Bitcoin and everything like that. So, you know,
Yeah,
but
just
we'll
keep
get back.
buying, man.
We'll get back into that conversation. But y'all know this other gentleman who joins me. Of course, I don't do this by myself. We've been together since we was 4 years old, playing in the sandbox. Now we do this podcast together. It's Vance Robs, aka Coach. What's going on, Coach? How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
Man, doing good, brother, doing good. So I'm super excited that my very own flesh and blood, fresh from my balls, is here. You know what I'm saying? 25 years ago, I sat there and didn't pull out and made this beautiful gentleman that is here today. I'm excited that I talk about him all the time. I always wanted to have him come join us and be able to actually talk about the things that we talk about here on this show. He gives y'all he'll give you the first hand. The good news is he don't live with me no more, so it ain't like I can threaten him or anything like that. He gets to give his real truth about how he felt and everything like that. But this gentleman is my firstborn 25 years ago. God blessed me with a great bouncing baby boy who to be honest with you, in my opinion, I grew up with him. You know what I'm saying? And he got to experience the crazy dad that didn't learn, that didn't need to be crazy anymore, and got to see the dad who matured into the man that I am today. But I'm so thankful that God blessed me with this gentleman. It's my very own son, Rodney Glover Jr. What's going on, sir? How you doing today, son?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm living, making it through it, you know, trying to get
Okay.
paid at least.
Trying to get paid. So for those of y'all don't know, my son is currently one of our armed forces. He's in the Air Force. I guess I don't. I know I call you Airman Glover. I don't know. You got what's your official rank or whatever with for that stuff?
Airman Glover is perfect.
Airman Glover is perfect. Excellent. You know, unfortunately, I didn't go the military route. I kind of wish I did. I would have retired a long time ago. I feel like it, but but I'm glad that you're here. You're growing. I'm glad to see that God blessed me with the opportunity to be your father and get to see how great of a gentleman that you become. I'm extremely proud of you. I know your mother is too, and all the family is proud of everything you've been doing, son. So let's what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get into our mental health check-in. As y'all know, on Dad Mentality, mental health is very important to us. If you are having struggles, please find a friend, pastor, a therapist, anything to make sure you check on your mental health and make sure you check on your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check on your peoples and know that they always got a place to talk whenever they want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first. I don't think much has changed. I would say I'm still in that 8.5 range. Uh, I am pretty happy. You know what? My wife is starting to work again. So my wife was in part of that whole thing with people who lost their jobs in January because of administrations and things like that changes. So, but she's now getting into her own practice where my wife is a certified yoga teacher and instructor, and she's now stepping out because God has blessed her with some very good and unique opportunities. So she and y'all know her, the Zen Den. I've posted her on my page in several different events and things like that. Is what I call my yoga bay, and I'm proud that she's out here now. She's going to be helping elderly and children, and also y'all can catch her at Tucker Road, not Tucker Road, sorry, at Allentown Splash Park on Tuesdays at 7. And you can go and sign up and join her yoga class and have a great time with her. I think she'll be doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays at Allentown Splash Park. So you can definitely go there, check out my yoga bay, and have a good time and get your stretch on and get your mental health on. That's a great way to keep your mental health. So I'm going to talk to guys into showing up one time. I'm gonna figure that out. I just popped that on them right now. But we're gonna figure out how we get all three of us in there and do some yoga and do some mental health things. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna work that out. But like I said, I'm about an 8.5. Life is lifing, everything else is pretty good. My kids are good. I'm always happy to feel blessed and everything like that. So it's a great day. Got my girl Miss Thomas Foster joining us. Hey, how you doing? She joined us on the Battle to the Glory podcast with our boy Chef Dennis, who is definitely a favorite on our show. And so like I was saying, it's a great thing to have some new people joining us this time. Please join us in the comments. Tell us how you feel from 0 to 10 and how things are going on. We also got TT Glover checking in, my very own daughter out in Towson. So, make sure y'all let us know how y'all feeling from 0 to 10. Mental health is important to us. Matty Ice, so where you at on this beautiful Monday?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I'm probably at a 8, man. You know what I mean? good weekend, good last week. Moving into this week. Last week was me and my wife's 21st wedding anniversary. So man,
Oh,
had a nice time with the
congratulations. Hold on,
wife.
let me.
Right.
I got to get the applause ready. My bad. I wasn't ready for that. Here we go. I got a new applause they done gave us on stream, y'all. Oh, there we go.
Appreciate it. So man, feeling good, man. Had the weekend off this back on the doing some days, man, doing projects during the days, man, for the last 2 months. Been doing these nighttime projects, man. Like feel good, you know what I mean, that able to knock these projects out, but it's just that, the projects gotta be done at night, replacing all of this equipment. So the store got to be down because we taking the whole network down, replacing all their servers and firewalls. So been working these projects for the last 6 weeks, doing these night times, back on the day for a minute, doing some projects. So feel good to be back, you know what I mean, off my zombie time. So but overall feeling good, feeling great, man. No complaints, man. Looking forward to a great game tonight, man. So if we get that W tonight, that'll make sure that week is even better. You know what I mean? So, hey, at about an 8, man. Looking forward to the game tonight, man. Looking forward to the rest of the week, man.
I don't even know what coach over here putting up hand signals. I have no idea what that means. But coach, where you at, brother? How you feeling from
It
0 to
mean,
10?
well, one, it means 3-3. That's what it means. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah,
You
3-3.
guys losing tonight, huh?
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you guys losing every week though.
Yeah, 3-3. Yeah, I mean, the way things are going right now, it's gonna be every other week. You know what I mean? So,
Now
um,
we back in form.
yeah, all right, Matt. All right, you know
I'm
what
just
I mean.
saying.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So my week, I'm probably at a 4 or 5 right now. So got a lot of storms around me right now. So you know what I'm saying, just kind of pushing through it. You know what I'm saying, fighting some internal stuff with myself. You know what I mean. But you know what I'm saying, I understand where I am. I understand, you know what I'm saying, that things don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to stay positive, you know what I'm saying, in everything, you know what I'm saying, that I do. So that's kind of, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Been there for a little while. So but pushing through, you know what I'm saying, government shutdown now. So that will eventually impact me, but blessed it doesn't. So other than that, you know what I'm saying? Kids are great, you know what I'm saying? And everything else is, you know what I'm saying, working according to God's plan. So, yep.
Excellent. So Trinity says she had an 8. And author Jolanda Thomas Foster says she had a 10. Chef Dennis checked in. Wanted to let everybody know he's in the building. Stand on God's word. He just said, where you at from 0 to 10, Chef? But we got a very special guest. So now, RJ, where are you sitting at from 0 to 10, and what you looking forward to this week?
I'd say I'm at an 8 personally. The government shutdown has affected me. Well, a lot of the people I know actually. But I mean, right, I'm doing good. Life's been good. It could be worse,
Yeah.
but doing great, honestly.
What you got you looking forward to? Anything you got looking forward to coming up?
Nothing really, just taking it day by day.
Okay. All right. Taking it day by day. I guess we can definitely take that. So like I said, I'm super glad to have you here, RJ, and just have a candid conversation about, because we all old men on here. So, I definitely wanted to get a young man's perspective on, what life is about for you, and what's the difference that you thought as a child to now you as an adult. Because I remember, like, my best years is still when I was 17. I still say that was the best year of my life. You know what I'm saying? Take away the marriage and the kids, those days were all great too. But the best continued year was just old enough to do everything, but just young enough I could still ask my parents for money and didn't have to do the adulting stuff of paying bills and things like that. So, I still consider that one of the best years of my life. But So my question to you is, first of all, what is it what is it like for a 25-year-old man out in this world today?
For me personally, I think I'm doing better than most. I would say I was prepared for a lot better than most. I guess you could say as a child, I expected more people to have common sense, but I learned that very quickly that
What do you mean by you expected more people to have common sense?
uh, common sense is not common anymore.
All
That
right.
that would be the best example. But I I'm fine. I know some people in terms of like finances and budgeting, they struggle a lot with. I know I was prepared more than others, I would say at my age. I was very prepared because there are a lot of things that I know my coworkers and whatnot struggle with and deal with, socially slash not caring, sweating about the small stuff, that they can't control compared to stuff that's within their control. I know a lot of people my age struggle with that.
Okay. So if you had let me ask you this. So what do you feel that you were not prepared for? Like what would should probably be the biggest thing that actually like surprised you? Like when you finally got out here, because I'm gonna be honest with you, so I am gonna let everybody know you are 100% dependent, self-dependent. I don't send you a dollar. You ain't living with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't nothing that I still pay for. You even went and got your own cell phone because you didn't want to be under me so much, which kind of hurt my feelings because I still wanted that control. But yeah, so tell what was the biggest, what do you think was the what is all right, well, first before we go into you, I'm gonna ask you, Coach and Matty Ice. Now we went men and became adults. What was your biggest like aha moment as becoming an adult? And then I want to hear what RJ's is now.
Um,
Go ahead, Coach.
I mean, I think like the biggest thing is like you wish you were a kid again, man. Like responsibility is real. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When you gotta pay rent, you know what I'm saying, and eat, you know what I'm saying, and kind of figure out that, hey, you know what I'm saying, you out here on your own. The free life of having your own apartment, you know what I'm saying, having your own car and all that stuff. Yeah, that joint looks cool until them bills start coming. You know what I mean? And then now you gotta realize, hey, you gotta go to work when you sleep. You gotta go to when you sick. I'm sorry, but you gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying, for that. And then once you start throwing like children in that dynamic, then like life completely changes. So I think that was kind of the biggest like, oh man, I'm actually old now, right? Older. I'm on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm only relying on myself and so forth. And you know what I'm saying? Your mistakes can be costly, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta learn how to recover from your own mistakes, not from somebody else's.
All right. Matty Ice?
Um, I'm gonna say mine probably was just more of a responsibility and having somebody to look up to you because my I got thrusted into, I guess, adulthood kind of quick, you know what I mean? Having the first child early on, but I would say I was kind of fortunate, you know what I mean, at that early age to, you know what I mean, to kind of, I guess, have a good job coming straight out of high school, you know what I mean? Working for a good company at a young age. So I was kind of wasn't worried about finances so much, but it was more so just learning how to be an adult and be, you know what I mean, a father, you know what I mean, more so, you know what I mean, at a young age, you know what I mean. Um, just yeah, having somebody else you got to take care of, you know what I mean. But I would say I definitely was fortunate, man. You know, what I mean, have a good support system, have a, you know, what I mean, good partner, my wife, who now is my wife. So it was more so just responsibility, man, than taking care of somebody else at an early age.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it was for me. I remember the first time something got cut off, and I wasn't ready for it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I didn't pay. Well, it was that I forgot to pay it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It wasn't that I couldn't pay it or didn't pay it, but it was just like, oh man, hold up, I got to really be on top of this, or you go up, then all your lights off, and you sitting there flicking the joint, checking the testers, what you call it, then you go next door and everybody else got their lights on. So, it was really that first time my lights got cut off that I was just like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, I need to be on top of this. Ain't nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else to be on top of it. So that was like my first aha moment. So, all right, RJ, what about you, brother? What was your first aha moment, and what really made you go, okay, I'm an adult now?
When I realized I need more credit.
Okay.
mm,
And it was more of so I kind of realized, like, for me, I like paying straight up cash. I don't like having any type of debt. I I was very aware of that fact. It was more of, hmm, I need more credit, even though I don't like it, because I was fortunate enough to understand that I'm gonna have bills being on my own and things of that nature. It it was more so, I guess, a self-realization
Okay.
of that
All
fact.
right.
That's what's up.
All right. Well, I get that. Trust me. You'll find out quickly that you're gonna need a lot of more of everything. You know what I'm saying? But all right. So now let me ask you this. So what was my parenting ranking? So if you had to give me a drink from 0 to 10 on
I'm giving you a
on
nine.
on huh?
mm.
I'm giving you a nine,
A
hands
9?
down,
All
no
right.
questions
Well,
asked.
what was the thing we missed, and what was the best thing you feel that you learned?
Cooking. Best thing I learned, cooking,
Okay.
because a lot of people don't know how to cook, and because they don't know how to cook, it affects their finances.
Mm,
And in my
Mm.
case, I know how to cook, so I'm also kind of having like a little side hustle, making meals on top of that. But like, I would say definitely cooking. It's a necessity.
What's up?
All right. And what was the thing we didn't prepare you for? Trinity says stop lying.
Pro- Probably just credit, understanding credit better.
Okay. Yeah, you should have went to coach for that. That's who you need to call. That's who you need to call for that right now. Yeah. Whenever you
mm,
need to talk about that, I still don't got a credit card. I still don't. I don't. I did all my stuff. I'll be honest with you. They tell you need to do all this stuff in credit. You got enough money saved up. You can buy whatever the hell you want. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying. I done bought
Yeah.
houses. I done bought everything, and still have not once. And every single time they be like, "You don't have any credit. Like you don't have nothing." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't got no debt either. And I also got this money right here. Figure it out." And they figured it out every single time. Every single time I bought a house, every single time I bought a car, anything, I still don't have credit cards. But I've been really looking into it now, and thinking about building credit for some reason. But I don't know. I think I'm a little late in the game. What you think about that, Coach? What's your advice to give him about credit?
I mean, here's the thing, like especially young for younger people in general, they think that is there to kind of buy nonsense, right? Like so, but you got to use credit as a tool. So, and a lot of people they make the mistakes in buying just their everyday things, but then they pay interest on their everything things, right? You know what I mean? So, when it comes to credit, like one trick at a young age is like you get credit cards, and like let's say you get three credit cards. Well, two of them you should never use, right? You know what I mean? Like just
Mm.
because the available balance is the key to your credit score, right? So your debt ratio is the key, and keeping that under 30% is the goal, right? That's what will raise your credit high. But also to kind of like not if you are going to use it for everyday expenses, you got to be paying it like it's everyday expenses. So you can swipe your credit card, utilize it, but just make the payment weekly, right? Or make the payment when you get a paycheck. Problem is that people at that age aren't disciplined enough to one do that, and two, they think that the credit card is money, and it's not really money. It's just delayed money, right? So and oftentimes people overreach themselves when they got credit cards. I've done it in the past. I've done it now. I've done it all the time, but I know how to kind of get out of it too. You know what I'm saying? Relatively quickly. So it's a tool that can be used. And I will say tell everybody this: you only really need good credit for one thing, right? And that's a house. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest thing that you'll purchase that'll have the highest interest that you'll ever pay on most of your stuff. And your credit score, the higher, the better it is, the less money you'll pay in interest, right? Everything else, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna pay more. The interest rate is the key. You know what I'm saying? So if your credit score is high, you'll pay less interest from a money perspective. If your credit score is low, you'll pay more interest. So it just makes things cost more. So but to get something, you get something without credit, right? You can pay cash for it, you could not be liquid, you could do all that stuff. But for younger people, I think that they aren't disciplined enough. If you can master the discipline of paying the payments and not just paying the minimum payment, but actually like paying half of the credit card off every time you pay it, or keeping that 30% ratio down, then you'll never have a problem with credit, right? Unless you get behind on your bills. So um then that's where they run into the problem. Because most people that go out looking for credit cards are broke. So you know what I mean? If you ain't got no money to begin with, there's no way to think that you're gonna be able to pay a credit card and use money that you already don't have. So I just tell people, I even tell my own kids, I kind of warn them against it, especially at a young age, especially when you're not making real money. So, as far as you, RJ, your credit has to be a certain level, anyways, because of what your job is, right? So, like, you can't
Mhm.
go into certain debts and all that stuff, because of what you do. So, for you, I would definitely kind of utilize the tool of get one, don't use it. Get two, maybe use it for gas. Get you know what I'm saying, gas and groceries. But take all your gas and grocery money and put it right back on the credit card. You follow me? And that's how
Yeah, I'm
you kind
following.
of build that, man.
If you don't mind
Not
me asking, then
good.
how do you feel about secure credit cards? Because I've been doing a little bit of research on that.
You said secure.
Yeah,
Um, Secure credit cards are for people that either don't have no credit or bad credit, right? Because all you're doing with a secure credit card is taking your money, giving it to somebody else, and then them saying, "Hey, you got a credit card through them," but they already got your money, right?
yeah,
So that's kind of how it works. So if you got bad credit, secure credit cards are good, right? If you have no credit and you won't get approved a credit card and so forth, then you can utilize a secure card. But as soon as you kind of get the actual credit score moving, leave the secure card alone, because at that point it doesn't matter anymore, right?
yeah,
And not don't close the account um of the secure credit card, because that can negatively affect your credit score too. But just don't use it anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's you actually your money that they're securing the debt with. What it is you're prepaying, and they're telling you that We just gonna take your money up front just in case you get to tripping and run off, right? We
Yeah.
already got the money. That's what the secure card is, right?
Basically a debit card that shows
That's
up as
all it
credit.
is. Yeah, I mean, you got a
Okay.
bank account. Yeah, you got a bank account that does the same thing, but the secure card just increases your credit score.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I mean, there's several ways to build credit. I know that I've seen some people do a lot of things with credit. And Matt, I do want to get your advice to him on building credit as well. I mean, what's your philosophy
And
on it?
just when you do get it, just be responsible with it. Cause I know I had I got credit cards at an early age, didn't really know a lot about credit, didn't handle it the way I should have. And then once I got it together, I really didn't get credit cards. And I was the same way. I purchased everything with cash. I didn't get credit cards again and probably within the last 3 years, you know what I mean, to start building just my credit score back because everything I purchased, I purchased with cash. And but what I did learn though, and what I wish I would have done was I wish I would have had that credit because you sometimes you don't want to use your cash for certain purchases. You want to
Mhm.
keep that cash, and if you can use other people's money, you still pay the debt, so you know that you're going to pay it. But credit is not a bad thing. It's a tool. So in hindsight, I wish like you know what I mean like different things like when I got my food, my ice cream truck built out. You know what I mean. I did all that with cash. You know what I mean. If I would have had credit, I could have, financed it. And then, you know what I mean, if anything go wrong, God forbid, you know what I mean, you file for
You
bankruptcy,
still got liquid. You still
but you
got
still
liquid
got
cash.
liquid, you
Yeah.
still got liquid cash to do things. So don't look at credit as as a negative thing. Your debt is bad debt is a negative thing, but you know what I mean, good debt that you're, making good purchases with, paying it off, it's a good thing. So I kind of wish, you know what I mean, I'd have looked at things different, you know what I mean, and didn't use so much of my liquid, liquid cash to make purchases on things. It was assets that I was buying, but at the same time, I still was using cash that could have still been in my bank account. You know what I'm saying? To do so you could have had both. You know what I mean? So just use it wisely. Figure out how you can use it as a tool, and the way that you're thinking about it seems like that you will be responsible with the credit. So don't don't fear credit, use credit. You know what I mean? Like that's just like a gun. You know what I mean? You can use it wrong or you can use it right. You know what I mean? If you use that, you use it right, man. Credit can be a great tool to elevate you to where you're trying to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's pretty much what I was going to say is that, just make sure you have the problem is people use credit like it's
Have a
just
plan with when you get
yeah,
that credit card.
exactly.
Have a
Like use
plan.
yeah, exactly. Use the credit for a reason. Like don't do it just because you have a credit card and you're like, oh, I see this new TV I want. You know what I'm saying? Like the credit card should be used for reasons, and if you want to build it, then you build it the way the smart way, which is like using it for groceries and then pay. Like if you know you're gonna go to the grocery store and spend $100, you got the $100 in your in your bank already. Then go swipe the card and pay the credit card off. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly. But it's the
And
same
then
thing like he's saying though, because he like to pay cash for it. So you using the tool, you still gonna pay the cash, but you using the credit card so you can just build the score so it's there when you need it. That's what you're doing. You're using it so you can build it when you need it. So then when you are making that purchase where you don't want to use your capital or you don't have that much cash, you got the credit, you have the credit there. You know what I mean? So still do what you do, still look at it like I want to pay cash for it, but just use the credit as a buffer, so to speak, to build that credit so it's there when you need it for certain type of investment, certain like a house or you know what I mean, starting a business or something like that. You have that credit then to use. So that's what I would say. if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, you saying you got a little makeshift business. You know what I'm saying? That's just to give you a simple example of that. Like, if you making meals, then you use your credit card, go buy the food and stuff like that, and then when everybody pay, you pay it off. You know what I'm saying? Plus the your profit, and you can use that as a tool that way. You know what I'm saying? And that way you're not using your liquid cash for this investment. So instead of you spending, let's say your grocery bill's 100 and you spending another 100 on that joint, now you 100 down. You know what I'm saying? You put the 200 on this, put your 100 to pay for it, sell your meals, and then once you get paid, you still got your 100 sitting, you still got your 200 sitting in the bank, or your 100 still sitting in the bank just in case something happens. You know what I'm saying? And then that way, when you sell your meals, they pay you, you get your money, then you pay that back off. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just it's different ways to use it. You know what I'm saying? But when you just go out and buy 3 TVs, and the only way you recouping that is coming out your check, you know what I'm saying? That's when you're using it in the wrong sense in my eyes, you know. And to build and this, that, and just to build credit. I had a girl that worked for me who I was managing the rest. She was the server, and she asked me, she was like, "Hey, this is what I want to do." And she was like, "When people pay me cash, I'm going to pay it with my card." So in other words, she was in the restaurant, people paid her, she paid the bill. Let's say that night people paid her $500 in cash. She swiped her own card and then took the $500 home and paid it, and that went to her as a credit. It looked like she was spending $500-$600 a day and paying it all off. And her credit score jumped out, amazingly. And I'm not saying, that is the most ethical way of doing it, but it's still a way.
It is.
So,
well, I don't know about the ethical in your restaurant, but
yeah, as far as that was pretty slick. As long as she was paying the bill, wasn't doing nothing crazy, and everybody was getting their money, then I don't see.
She called. I mean, she talked to me about it, and I said, "Look, as long as it's your card and you're not charging somebody else's card, yeah, that's fine." And she did it, and she showed me how quickly her credit score bounced up. It only took her like a month, 2 months to get her credit score high enough that she could then go buy a house. You know what I'm saying?
And
that was creative, very creative.
That's what a lot of people really don't understand. Like you can play tricks with it and get yourself out of a bad credit score within like 60 days, bro. Like 2 months.
Right.
In all honesty,
and if you got anybody who trusts you enough, well, they ain't even got to trust you enough, but as far I had somebody do that for me, as far as like to help with like an authorized user. I didn't have access to the card, but you know what I mean, it's like a credit line, and they put you on as a user, and they got good credit. It bumps you up.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean, it's different ways. It's that credit game. It sometimes it doesn't make sense, but when you learn, but it's a game. When you learn it and you know how to play it, it can definitely be a great asset or tool, but it definitely can be a detriment. You know what I mean? Just depending, you know what I mean, on what you're doing and what you're doing in life. Because sometimes some people don't need credit, but I definitely see the benefit. I didn't see it at an early age. It was like I stayed away from it, but I really wish I would have played that game, you know what I mean, early on when I was doing some things as far as financing my businesses, and use credit to finance my business instead of using my own capital.
Right.
Yeah. Harry, RJ, Ponteo's father. He taught me, he taught me how he uses credit cards, and the thing is, now he's at the point where he just uses it just to get the perks. You know what I'm saying? Just because he get air miles and he's like, yeah, I don't pay for no flights no more. I don't pay for this no more because he pays everything off. It's just about you gotta have that you gotta have that discipline to like, he pays all his bills with his credit card and then sends the money in and pays the credit card off. You know what I'm saying?
It's having
And
a plan.
he's built it up so much that now he gets air miles, he gets cash back. You know what I'm saying? He's using all those things and all what you call it. So there's a lot of positive things that can happen. I know I don't. The reason I didn't teach you about it is because I don't use them. But I mean, there's a lot of people that are using them the right way and being very successful with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's always two sides of the coin where you have the people who don't use it and then you have the people who use it correctly, and then you have the people in the middle who don't use it correctly at all. So, it's just about learning, educating yourself and getting it and getting really understanding that how it can be used as a tool. The problem is when people misuse it. So, but now I can say I taught you about credit. So maybe I'm years late, but Coach and Maddie Ace, I think we just gave you a good TED Talk seminar on what credit's about. So and I'm glad. I do want you to talk about real quickly. You told me when you was in basic training that you took some things from the podcast itself and introduced it to the people that you work with. And what was that?
Mental checks every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Yeah, give us a thorough explanation on what you did and how it helped and implemented.
What I would do, like on Sundays during basic, it's kind of like a free day for us to some extent. Like more so, we go to our lunch, we do what we gotta do, clean up, make sure everything's good. But we have a lot of time, like I guess you could say free time to an extent throughout the days on Sundays. So I would take my time and I would go to every person. There was about like 58 of us, and I would individually go check up on someone, ask them how they doing all right, you struggling, anything going on, you know, because a lot of them have families, kids, wives, daughters, sons. So being away from that long, it definitely, some of them, they were struggling. So I would kind of just go around and ask, and some people needed it as much, not as much as others, but it made, I guess you could say, life of all of us together really simple and not trying to kill each other.
Okay. And I mean, was it something that you thought it was? What'd you think? I mean, how did the people respond to it? What did you learn through it?
Sometimes somebody just needs to talk to someone. Sometimes they just alone and just need someone to talk to. That's what I got out of it.
All right.
Yeah, simple as that. Sometimes it be that simple saying thank you or saying something to somebody on a certain day, and that'd be that one thing that they needed. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. That's big that you even thought to do that, though. You know what I mean? Like, take your time and check up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, trust me, when I was young, I didn't think mental health was real. Now as an adult, I know it's real. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's definitely something that I wish I took more time to work on, and even having the conversation with yourself sometimes is important to know that, okay, you know what, today I think today I'm tripping. Like I really need to take some time and just woosah and breathe and get my mental health together so that I can be the best version of myself today. So, it's just one of those things. I definitely felt great when you told me that you was doing mental health check-ins with your guys and stuff like that. You still do them, or you don't do it no more?
More so do it around like my coworkers, and every once and again, we all, chat with each other from basic.
Okay. Okay. Did you made any friends that you would consider that would be your friends for long periods of time, or?
Yeah, I made one. I made one. I made one. I say one. One for
Okay.
sure.
All right. All right. Well, definitely thought you were talking more, but all right, we'll go ahead and keep it going. It's
I
all
mean,
good, son, man. Yeah, come on, bro. What's going on?
uh,
You all right?
nah, I'm good. Like, I've been chilling. Life's been good. I do my own thing. I go hit the gym. I make my own food. Like, I'm anything that's not in my control, I don't really complain about because it's like I can't do nothing about it. I just move on with my day.
Nah, I hear
You
you.
know.
All right. So what was the biggest misconception you had? Like when you was a child, you thought, oh, when I'm be adult, it's gonna be like this. And then when you got there, what was that at? What was that like?
Thought life was sweet. I thought life was sweet and easy, and I was wrong. I thought, oh, good job, don't gotta worry about nothing, money just came through like it was on some trees. And yeah, how wrong I was.
Okay. All right. Y'all fellas got any
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, yeah, definitely life gonna give you, you know what I mean, different things, but like you said, it sounds like you gotta keep that good mindset, things that's out of your control. Don't worry about, but life definitely can be sweet. I ain't gonna say easy, you know what I mean? It could be simple, but it, you know what I mean, definitely gonna be challenges, you know what I mean, that come through it. But like if you know what I mean, set yourself up in a position to win, especially at a earlier age, you know what I mean? Sometimes we may have not been thinking about some of the things that seem like you are thinking about at a younger age, which is good. So then over time, you put in the grind now, life can be sweet and simple. You know what I mean? But I would ask the question, like, just as far as I guess, the military or navy life, like what did that
Air Force, sir? Air
Air
Force.
Force, I'm sorry, yeah. That's why I said military. I was putting it under one
I
branch,
got
but you know what I mean, but what did that teach you? You know what I mean? I guess going into the Air Force, what's one of the biggest lessons? You know what I mean? That's taught you.
It gave me a lot more patience, a lot more patience than what I originally had. Like I felt that I had decent patience, but like having to wait on things for like sometimes even months, it's kind of like, yeah. And then it gets to a point, I guess you could say, where it's like I'm still waiting. And I would say the military gave me more patience and made me a lot more tolerable for certain things.
you.
Patience is a good thing.
All right. Coach, you got
Yeah, yeah,
anything?
yeah. Nah, patience is definitely a good thing. I mean, it's a hard thing to master. You know what I mean? There are old folks such as myself that don't even master patience. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of things, it's crazy because you know what I mean. Sometimes you know what I'm saying things are worth waiting for. You know what I mean? So if you can master that patience, it definitely will take you a lot further.
Okay. All right, RJ, last question. If you could go back and talk to yourself at 16, what would you tell yourself?
Don't be afraid to make more mistakes.
Okay, that's genius right there. All right, now I'm confused. Now I want to know why would you tell yourself that?
I don't think I gave myself the chance to just me properly word this. I don't think I gave myself the chance to kind of just, in a sense, just explore more. Like, Even though it could have been bad, at least try it more, say, or get the experience instead of just like being afraid of it and like disregarding it completely.
Okay. Hey man, I think a lot of us need that advice for real. So hey, I can respect that, bro,
Yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think if I could go back and talk to myself when I was 16, what would I say to myself? Pull out on New Year's, probably. But then again, I wouldn't have had you, so I guess I can't tell myself that. It
This
was just
nigga
a joke.
terrible, man.
It was just a joke. Hey man, I used to tell my son all kinds of crazy stuff when he was young, and even when he was old, I still don't regret anything. All right, so now I'm gonna get done with the bad, and it's just straight embarrassment.
Oh,
And I remember when he was 16, and he gonna call me from school talking about he want to go over his girlfriend's house, and I was like, all right, you want to go over your girlfriend's house? He was like, yeah, we just studying. I said, all right, just what I tell you to do, son?
oh, make sure I'm wrapped up and you're not leaving until I see it.
Not see it, but see what? Come on, you a
You
grown
saw
man
the
now.
pack of condoms.
Hey, I was like, you go over there with a condom. He was like, we ain't gonna do nothing. All right, you never know. I don't want no grandchildren, so you gonna go over there and be ready, bro. If anything happened, you long as you ready, I don't want you to sit there and tell me. And then I told him he was like, all right, I got it, Dad. And I was like, nah, dog. Show me a picture. Send me a screen. Send me a picture of the condom in your hand. Of the condom in your hand, and then I had to end up calling his cousin Paul to go up to the school and give him the condom just in case, because I ain't messing around. I wasn't having no kids, no nothing. I told him otherwise he had to leave his thing at home. He had to like detach it and leave it at home if he wanted to go over his girlfriend's house and think that I'm just going to allow that to happen for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I saved you, son. That could have ruined your whole career. You know what I'm saying? You could have had a child at 15 if it wasn't for me, your father being involved in making sure that you was making the right decision. So I feel like you owe me a thank you, sir.
he
I'm
gave
waiting
you
for
a
it.
he gave you a 9, bro.
I'm just saying, I still think I deserve to thank you. I was, as far as fathers come along, I feel like I was a 9. I was actually, I think you should give me at least a 9.5, like a 10.
Let's
Nah,
just
it's all
let's just
good, bro.
let's just say because of that situation, I take one with me everywhere I go.
I like that. There we go. Now that's the moral of the story. So,
You gotta
I
take
do
it
got
and you gotta take it and you gotta use it.
yeah, for sure.
It can't just stay in your pocket. Trust.
What was I do
Yeah.
got one. What was one of the craziest things that I ever taught you that back then you didn't understand, but now you understand? I'm curious.
Devil's Week.
Devil's Week. I don't know what you're talking about now. What you talking about?
Devil's Week.
Nah, you gotta give me more than that. I don't know what you're talking about. What's Devil's
I
Week?
mean, he probably talk about any week that's talking about the Redskins. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or the
that's not what we
Command.
doing?
No, no,
You talk
no.
about Halloween?
Uh,
Devil's Week. I don't remember telling you that. What I tell you then? Come on, man. Don't sugarcoat it. It don't matter. He's 25 now. What's Devil's Week? I don't remember telling you about Devil's Week. At least help
under,
me out. I'll tell the story.
understanding women and their
Oh, okay.
moods.
Oh, you talking about the period? That's what he's talking about. Okay, now I got it.
Well, that's not that
You
bad,
call it
RJ.
Devil's Week? Damn.
Yeah, that's not that bad. No,
Oh,
that's just hormonal. Oh,
Yeah.
come on,
Hey,
yeah.
well, I guess he's saying now he got a girl. He understand what I'm like when you when she on that period. He just gotta walk away, brother. Just leave it alone. You don't know what's going to happen that day. All right, man. Nah. Hey, man. Don't. Hey, that Joan is real. The period is real, sir. I'll tell you that now. You'll learn.
That was that Tito speaking. He saw it Devil's Week, but
I
That's
didn't call it
exactly.
Devil's Week. That's what he called it. That's
no.
his name for it. That wasn't my name.
Oh, okay.
That's why I had no idea what he was talking about. I ain't know that wasn't my name. But I do remember telling them, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, make sure you know what week and time it is, because when it comes, you don't want to be caught by surprise, because you gotta understand that ain't the woman you love right there. That's somebody going through something. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But yeah, that's cool. But look, we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna watch this clip, and then we got to get into these terrible picks now that we got Matty Ice back. You know, hopefully our picks can get better, because let me tell you something, Matty Ice, they have been absolutely horrid since you've been gone, sir.
Coach always talk about he got the picks. Coach,
that is what's
those
up,
picks be
Molly?
terrible, man.
Man, them picks. Molly right in time so he can give his opinion, even though his opinion's terrible too. But Molly's right on time to give these terrible picks in. But first we're gonna watch. I got this one reel we're gonna watch real quick, talk about that, and then we'll get into the terrible picks. Hold on, I'm not into the right joint. Turn that up. There we go.
Don't rush being grown. It's overrated. If I had to rate being an adult, if I could go on the internet and write a comment to rate my experience as an adult, I would give it 1 star. My comment would be very bad, would not recommend. I want to be grown? You don't want these problems. Do you know when you become an adult, you do not get to do what you want to do? You do not get to go where you want to go? I think it's a misconception. When I get grown, I can do whatever I want to do. No, you can't. You can do whatever you can afford to do. Number one. Number two, especially once you have kids, you do whatever your kids allow you to do, because that's your first responsibility. Plus, you got to pay for a place to stay. In Arkansas, that's between $900 and $2,000 a month. Getting a car, that's between $300 and $500 a month. Car insurance, that's about $250 a month. We still hadn't got a haircut, hadn't got our hair done, hadn't bought a new pair of shoes, haven't gone out, hadn't had a good time, haven't gone to the comedy show, haven't gone to the basketball game, haven't done any of that. It's overrated. I would advise you to enjoy being a child. Enjoy being a teenager. Why? Why do I say that? Because you have 70 years to be an adult. From age 18 all the way to 88. You live to be 88 years old. That's 70 years that you're going to be an adult. You're only going to be a child for 17 years. I want to encourage you to embrace being a child.
There you go. So now that you're an adult, we'll start with you, RJ. What do you give it a rating as being an adult? What would you put it out of 5 stars? How many stars would you give it?
I give it 2. I give it 2. I give it 2. I get
2 stars. All right. What was what was the biggest overrated thing that you thought of?
started with money. I thought money was overrated at first until I feel like it's more underrated for how much you need nowadays, especially in this economy.
So in other words, when you found out you was making so many dollars a year, you was like, I'm rich. And then you found out, nah.
Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah, I think we all hit that one point in our life where we thought we was going to be rich, and then found out very quickly that once these bills came in, that it was going out as soon as you got it. So, at least that was for me. What about you, fellas? Coach, what would you say is the most overrated thing about being an adult?
The most overrated thing about being an adult, let me think. Mm, that's kind of tough. I mean, I agree with that what he said in the clip. You know what I mean? Like children should be, you know what I'm saying? Some children are forced to be adults sooner than what they could, but you should take advantage of being a child. I think a lot of children think that adulting equals freedom, and it doesn't. You know what I mean? I think they feel that they are free to do whatever they want to do, and it's actually the exact opposite.
Yeah, I got
You know what I
you.
mean?
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I think. Because the responsibilities start falling on you. So you know what I mean? They be looking towards freedom. They be looking towards I can do what I want. I can do this. I can do that. And then when they get there, they're like, wait a minute, I can't do none of this stuff unless I got job, a place to stay, and all that other stuff. And then it takes time to get kind of what you want, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right, Coach. I mean, Matty Ice.
I would say, man, is it's time. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean, as a child, you don't really maybe understand or that time is sometimes your most valuable asset. You know what I mean? And sometimes as a child, you know, we didn't take advantage of being a child, you know, I mean, having somebody taking care of you and being able to, you know, use that to put yourself in the best place, you know what I mean? So, as you begin to be an adult and get older, you start to realize that, you know, time is your most valuable asset. So then once you start having responsibilities, working, trying to do things, maybe have a child, you see that, you know, time, you know what I mean? So that I would say being an adult, it gave me a better respect for time. And then, you know what I mean, as you get older, you know what I mean, you start looking at time and life in a totally different light. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Understood. All right, Molly. Molly said money. He said thought money came easy for all adults. And laughed at LOL. And I think a lot of kids do think that too. So you know, speaking
Yeah,
of money,
especially when you make it happen for your child, they just see it happen. They don't know how you what you went through to do it, to get it, to make it happen. They just know that it happened.
yeah, there's no daddy got me them shoes. He got me the haircut. He got me everything I asked. He got me that new suit to go to prom. He got me that car. He got me the what you call it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, 100%, 100%. All right, so let's get ready to get to these terrible, terrible picks. Hopefully we can do a good job here. RJ, you get to take my pick, but you may better make me proud, or else you gonna have to fight.
Oh
I,
man, here
you know,
here we go. Here we go. This may be a little bit difficult because people are playing next right now,
I'll
but
write it down and we'll put it in.
yeah.
Yeah, because I know we got to put the commanders. So go ahead.
Yeah, Eagles and Vikings.
All right, hold on. Let me get to the Eagles and Vikings. They're letting. Oh no, that's still today. Hold on. I'm about to say they let me do the Commanders game, but they was talking about the game right
Hmm.
now. All right. Oh, we play the Cowboys this week. Next
Yes,
week.
you do. Yes, you do.
All right. Eagles versus the Vikings. Here we go. They have the Eagles by 2.5 points. They will be playing at the Vikings,
Mm.
and so who we got winning? Who you got? RJ, Eagles and Vikings. What do you think? Oh, Molly
Eagles.
already says Eagles. Huh?
I say I agree with Molly. Definitely Eagles.
All right. Eagles. Matty
And
Ice Cold Crypto. What you thinking there?
part of me want to say the Eagles are going to bounce back this week. Um, but I'm gonna go Vikings.
Mm.
All right, Coach.
I'm
What
gonna
you
go.
think?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Eagles.
All right. I don't think the Eagles gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. So my vote
Yeah,
would
I
have
don't
been
think so either. But
yeah. After what happened to them against the Giants, I don't think they're gonna.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. But I didn't think they was gonna lose to the Giants, and they've been having a lot of close games, man. A lot of them games they could have lost. I think so. I'm gonna go Vikings, man. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Vikings.
I was surprised Coach took so long. The way he been usually popping up, fly
You
Eagles
can't, cause
fly,
you can't
and
say for
all this
sure.
stuff
It's
and
not.
all this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless they get
I'm
Saquon,
picking
unless they get
all
Saquon
home
back
games this week.
involved and they start doing something different, man. I'm not like the Eagles should be better than what they are. I'm not sure what's going on, but they haven't been playing like I would. What I mean, they haven't been looking like
Yeah.
themselves this season.
All right. I got y'all covered. Next one is the Colts at the Chargers. Y'all
That should
already
be a
know who
good
I'm
game.
going with.
Colts at the Chargers is a
Hmm.
pick 'em, 1.5 win. They're playing at the Chargers, and of course, already know coaches vote, which is going to be
Cool.
his. He's been waiting for. I did send today's show to D Nash because he's been waiting to get him back on the show to
He
talk
ain't
about.
commented in the comments or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Nah,
this is
nah. I
yeah.
ain't say. I
We,
said.
we
I just sent it to him. I don't know if he actually got to watch it,
Mm.
but we
it
not
don't
looking
matter.
good,
Like
Matty
Texas,
Ice.
you know what I'm saying? All I got to say is where D Nash at. You know what I mean? Where D
We'll get
Nash
him
at?
on
My
here.
Colts.
Molly said we not looking good. Matty Ice, the new OC is trash.
Yeah, I don't know what he doing with Saquon, but yeah, you need to go back to that old format, man. But I like it though. I like
All right, so
it.
we got the Colts and
I'm gonna
Chargers.
go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Hey, it's hard for me to believe in the Colts, man. But I'm saying you didn't even think the Colts was gonna do what they did this year. So let's be like, come on,
Wait
Coach.
a minute. Wait a minute.
I know you've
Wait,
been saying it,
go
but you
go
didn't
no
think
go
you
back.
didn't think Daniel Jones was about to go out
Go
there and play like this.
go back to the beginning of the Rodney. You better have a videotape on next week, bro. Go back. I was asked a question a couple weeks back by your fill-in, D Nash, and he said he said the question was, who in the world? What was it, Rodney? Who is like a off ball? You know what I'm saying?
Who will be your
Pick.
Super Bowl guest to win the
Yeah,
Super Bowl this year? Who will be
who would
your
be who?
what was the word I used? I can't remember the word I used, but I say that I said who will be the
Like a
I
long
can't,
shot.
Your long shot, yeah. Like
yeah.
it wasn't the long shot wasn't the word, but
Nah, that wasn't the
it
word.
was a
Yeah,
different. It was
give me by time. Go ahead and
I
explain it,
got
and
you
then
though.
I'll remember what it was. Hold on.
yeah. So and Nash dogged me.
You said the Colts,
Yeah, I said the
Yeah.
Colts. I did.
and this was what week 1, week 2.
This is like week 2. It was like they were 2-0, but I actually, you know what I'm saying.
I think it was week 1. It was before the second game.
Yeah, it might have been before the second game, but
Yeah, it was before the second game.
yeah. So and that's kind of what the you know what I'm saying. That's what it was, man. So though,
Yeah, I'm surprised, but they
I
looking.
can't remember that goddamn word to save my life too.
yeah, it wasn't an outside chance. It was,
Yeah, I can't remember. I forget it. Don't even worry about it. Anyway,
but
all right,
they dogged me for about 5 minutes straight.
we did.
I'm talking about 5 minutes straight. They dogged me, and now you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying. 5-1. You know what I'm
Still
saying?
dogging you. They still ain't gonna
Yeah.
do nothing.
No,
But
okay.
anyway, all right, Chargers and Colts. So who'd you pick, Matty Ice? Would you say?
Hmm. I want to go Chargers. Where they at?
They in LA.
I want to go Chargers, man, but I'm gonna go Chargers. I'm still not quite a believer in the Colts. You know what I mean? I think but if they was at home, I would probably go Colts. But I'm gonna go Chargers. Hopefully they had some of their pieces back. You know what I mean? They got the win this week. Hopefully they getting back in the form. That's a tough one though. That's a tough one. Just because I don't know. I still just don't see the Colts being
Then
6-1.
pick the Chargers. Pick the Chargers.
I did. I just don't see them being 6-1.
Yeah.
Who you got, Rodney?
Trying to place. All right, RJ, who you got? Charles. I'm trying to place my bet because it just became live for that other bet.
I'm gonna do Chargers. They playing at home.
All right. Don't say I didn't. Don't say I didn't tell you. Go ahead and throw your money away now, Rodney. So, all right. Here go the next one. Packers at the Cardinals.
I'm going Pack.
Yeah.
Packers. Ain't you here, Arizona? Where you at, RJ?
I'm in Idaho.
No, oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So the Packers next, and then
all right.
And
how am I playing? What happened to my phone?
Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know this game. Cowboys, they're gonna win.
What?
Come on, man.
Cowboys. Cowboys.
Commanders.
Definitely Commanders.
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you. You said Commanders, sir?
This is a loaded question. RJ, you no longer rely on Rodney, though. You can work on your
Commanders,
your
bro.
whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go with his pick. He don't pay your cell phone bill no more.
Cowboys just lost to the Panthers. Cowboys just lost to the Panthers. Let Reed Dowdle put 200 up on them.
The Panthers dogged a couple folks this year. Don't think that y'all keep sleeping on the Panthers.
But did the Cowboys win like 2 games yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did? They 2-3-1.
Yeah,
2-3-1.
Yeah.
Something like that,
yeah.
They garbage, son. Don't let your Uncle Vance convince you to do. I've raised you better than that. Than listen to these outside
Cowboys,
sources.
baby. Cowboys. It's in Dallas, RJ. Records don't matter when this game comes around.
I mean, but here's the thing. My heart hasn't been broken as much as a Cowboys fan because I know them playoffs been hurting y'all for years.
Okay. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm a Colts fan. Yeah.
He's just a Commanders hater.
Yeah,
and he used to be a fan. That's like, you know what I mean? That's like when you're back, like you had a best friend back in the day, and then y'all had a falling out, and then he still won't talk to you, won't make up. He's just holding grudges. He's a grudge holder.
Yes.
Did Drake Landon get hurt? You not playing?
I don't know. He made Drake. They played last night.
You say who?
Oh no, you talking about the Falcons?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You say who not playing?
Drake, because they wouldn't let me put him in his bet. They said it was closed.
Unless the game won, but
I got that, but I had to do unless he scored in the first possession.
Nah, he was on there earlier because before
I found out for you.
He came on.
Hold on, I'm just trying to get
unless an updated injury chart came out right before the game came on.
But the game shouldn't be on. 8:15 is the game.
No, it started at 7.
The Falcons game started early.
Falcons came on at 7.
And he did score. He already got 5 receptions, 64 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, the game came on at 7.
Oh, all right. Then let me go ahead and cancel this out. Then they won't let me.
Yeah, the game we play at 8:15. Yeah, they started at 7. Damn, I should have put Drake London in there.
Yeah, he scored. I think he might have just scored a couple minutes ago.
That's why they knocked my bet out. I'm sitting here trying to press it like 100 times. It wouldn't let me do it.
You late, man. The game started at 7.
I didn't know, man. I was doing a podcast. You didn't notice. Anyway, all right. So we got hold on. Eagles, Chargers, Packers, Commanders, and what's the last joint? What I'm missing?
Tampa Bay and Lions. I think it is. Is that what's it? Yeah, Tampa Buccaneers and Lions. That's gonna be a game,
man.
That's gonna be a good game. It's Monday night.
MVP Baker Mayfield out there.
Yeah. 5-1 Bucks out here killing it.
Baker Mayfield been looking sharp.
Where are they playing?
They're playing in Detroit.
Damn.
Mm.
Part of me want to go Detroit. They just coming off that L. But Baker Mayfield and them looking good. They hurt up too, though. They've been having a lot of close games. I don't know how long this Baker Mayfield magic gonna last. I'm gonna go
Man,
Detroit.
Baker been balling the last couple of years though. He been pretty
Now,
consistent since he been down there.
I'm talking about just them close games by 3, like them 4th down runs. Like he has been balling. Like going to Tampa was the best thing for him. Like he balling in Tampa. But I'm gonna
what
go
time
Detroit,
is the
though.
game
What, Commanders?
for Detroit and Buccaneers?
It's Monday night, 7.
Monday night 7
in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Detroit then.
All right. So
Who
what we get?
Did you say, Coach? You got Buccaneers or Detroit?
I got the Bucks.
So what that put us? The Bucks?
No, we got Detroit. Me and RJ said Detroit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, let me get right now. I got that bet in. I can put in my other bet. This bet. See what it tells me. I don't know if it's gonna let me do the Commanders game. Hold on, let me look. See if they let me do that. Yeah, they do. All right, so Commanders.
I had to watch this Commanders, so we about to be
Yeah,
number
we're about
one
to get into that right now. So we
number
got
1 in the
Eagles.
East.
We got the
Oh Lord, have
Chargers.
mercy on my soul.
Man, I
We
can't
got
wait,
the
man.
Chargers over Coach's Colts. I like that. We got Green Bay. And then we got Detroit. Detroit was predicted to win by 4.5.
So what's up, Coach? You no longer in love with Jordan Love? That was your boy last year.
No, that's still my man. If Rodney would have picked him that week, we'd have won.
Nah, we would have lost something else. That was the week they tied at the Dallas game too, right?
Yep, it sure was. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was. But anyway, let's go. Let's see. Molly said they just scored. I guess I'm missing it. Yeah, that's I
Who
forgot
just
there was an
scored?
early game on. Drake.
Oh.
Drake's just scored. So he said grown man touchdown. He said this is second quarter laughing at me. But anyway.
But wait, one note. This goes out. I want you to send this to Nash.
He said the Indy Chargers missing too many. He got Indy because Chargers missing too many people.
Yeah, they heard up. I hope they gonna get something back, but it's in LA though.
He said they're going to kill Dallas.
The real Daniel Jones going, but Daniel Jones wasn't never really a bad quarterback.
He never was the problem. Like that's
I say
that's
that.
why him and Saquon. You know what I mean? It's like Daniel Jones wasn't the problem. He was actually the only one balling. Like
I ain't gonna say that. He used to ball when he played against us.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. But that's just about everybody. But I got one more thing.
Go ahead, Coach. Send your shot of here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make you big screen. Hold on. Oh, this is the wrong button. Hold on. Let me go ahead.
Man, don't give me no big screen, man. His head already too big. You always talking that shit, man.
Give me the big screen for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, give me the big screen for this. Because I got a couple points of that sports talker that you know what I'm saying, by the name of D Nash. You know what I mean? Like, first off, he dogged me on the Colts. You know what I mean? Which is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And then he had the nerve to tell me that Lamar Jackson and the Ravens was going to be great. You know what I mean? The 1-5 Baltimore
Lamar ain't been there though, man. Lamar
ain't been there.
It don't matter.
It do matter.
1-5. The 1-5 Ravens.
Lamar ain't been there, bro.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Would they be 1-5 if Lamar was there?
You know, but see, here's what people don't understand. That's the same thing as the RG3 thing, bro. Like, everybody said he would last doing it.
Lamar been doing it for too long for you to even compare him to RG3. Like, go ahead. That's just disrespectful and blasphemy right there.
Hey, look, man. You just say, yeah. Somebody just said, my big question is, where D Nash at?
All right.
That's the question.
I'll send
Where
it to
is
him. He gonna
D
respond.
Nash?
I'm
I don't know
definitely send
about
it to him.
D Nash, but you can't compare Lamar to RG3.
Okay.
Lamar done got so much better from the pocket, bro. Like, he still hasn't won the big game, but Lamar has shown that he that guy, bro.
Okay.
Like,
I got you.
he hasn't won the big game, and that's when it count in the
What's wrong?
playoffs.
What's wrong with him now?
Yo, we getting ready. I'm getting ready to get to this game. I got food
Oh,
I gotta get ready.
he got hamstring injury, so
Yeah,
he's not gonna be
hamstring.
mobile.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
hamstring.
Hey, yo, we can talk about this in the chat or something like that. RJ, hey man, I appreciate you coming to hang out with us and having this conversation.
That's
son.
what's up.
I'm
Congratulations,
so
man, on all
thankful
your
for
success
you.
and future success, RJ, man. Proud of you, sir.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So thank you for coming to hang out with us. Hey, anytime you want to hang out, you can hang out. We gotta work on your media package though, bro. You can't give out one word answers, man. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah,
But anyway,
fix that bootleg fan you got in the back, bro.
That
Like you
bam,
looking
that bam
like
cooling, man.
Word. Word. You can't be. You can't.
You heard
You
this
can't be
man,
mad.
baby. He looking out for the budget, baby. He ain't playing. He don't. He like man. He
he
good.
won't even buy through the window unit. My man went out and bought the
Hey.
$30 Walmart joint. Told him,
Hey,
but I'm cooling
Dude,
off.
that joint is $9.99, dog. Right at the dollar store. That's the most expensive
trust me.
thing they got in the dollar
He
store.
said he ain't gonna be in Idaho forever, baby. He chilling, man. He's stacking.
I went to the wrong joint. Hold on, here
He's
we
stacking
go.
that bread right now.
We got Charizard back there and all this kind of stuff. What you got? What's covering right there? What's that?
See,
That's
Coach trying to get you to use your credit to go buy air conditioners and shit, man. You like, man, I'm good.
you can't be mad on PR train. You can't be mad.
There you go. I got you, bro.
Do your thing, man.
We appreciate you, son. Like I said, let me get back out of here. All right, thank y'all. I'm getting ready to watch this game. Get excited, have a good time, and finish cooking. I gotta get my ribs. I got the food cooking, so life is
I'm
good.
on my way. I'm on my way.
Come on through, bro.
We're on our way.
Ribs.
Yeah, I got plenty. I got, it's I never turned down RJ is your son, Beast. Yes, sir. This is my son, Molly. My son, yeah, 100%. Happy that he came and joined us and had a good time. I want to thank you all for joining us again. It's another episode of Dad Mentality. Catch us next week. Soon we also going to have Kevin Hughes join us. Author Kendra is going to come, which is Lady K Wellness is coming to join us. So we got some more people coming up and having a good time. But thank y'all for joining us in another episode of Dad Mentality.
Peace.